What is the most effective form of cardio for fat loss? In my opinion, hands down, plyometrics. I think it's the most fastest way of burning the most amount of calories in the shortest period of time, and it's the most enjoyable. Now, first off, what the hell is plyometrics? For those of you that don't know, it's simply just jump training, and it's an explosive form of jump training where you're trying to do as much explosive movement in an extremely short period of time. Now, you can perform all of this stuff like plyometrics with absolutely no equipment, just your body weight, which is so awesome. But I am going to be including a couple of exercises here that can be done with a plyometric box. You guys can get your own copy. I've got a link down below where you guys can click there, order it off Amazon. It'll be sent directly to you. I do need to mention though, I will be making a slight commission off of that, but great piece of equipment, so I would recommend it. And you want to structure this all. We're going to be doing this in a 2 to 3 exercise circuit. So I'm going to be going through 3 categories of exercise. We got exercise A, exercise group B, and exercise group C. What I recommend you do is you pick one exercise from each one of these groups, put them together, and then go through each exercise for the designated number of repetitions. Perform the entire routine 3 total times, and that will be one hell of an intense cardio workout. You're gonna be covered in sweat. You're gonna burn a maximum amount of calories. Let's get straight into it. Okay, so the first exercise we got here is just some high knees. Now you'll notice that I'm moving pretty explosively just to start here. My arms are moving, my torso's moving, my legs are getting up nice and high. I'm landing on my toes. I'm working on that fast twitch muscle fiber. Now, directly after this, I'm gonna be getting into some butt kickers. These are great at stretching out the quads and a little bit of the hip flexors as well. Getting into that little bit of an athletic ability there. You're really firing those heels right at the glutes there as explosively as you possibly can. Getting that blood flow going through the body. Now, directly after this, to continue with our stretching of the hamstrings and more of the glutes, I like to do the leg swings. Don't kick them too high, because if you kick them too high, there's a chance that you might overstretch the hamstring muscle, injure yourself. So keep them fairly shallow at this point. We're still working through a dynamic warm-up here, but this is really great at stretching out the hamstrings as well. Now, directly after this is crazy legs. This is one of my most favorite. This one just really stretches the legs and the muscles in an extraordinarily unique way because you're swinging them out to the left and to the right. This might take a couple times to learn how to do it correctly, but once you get the hang of it, it's incredibly enjoyable, and it actually feels really good because you're getting a nice stretch of the joint, the hip joint, and then all of the muscles in the leg too. I love this warm-up exercise here. Now, directly after this, we're gonna be getting into some deep sumo squats. You'll notice I'm just kind of alternating from side to side, getting nice and low and making sure you get in a stretch of that groin so those knees are getting out nice and wide, but make sure that they are always above your feet at all times. I don't want those knees in too closely, and I don't want them out too wide past the feet. Make sure that they're always above the foot level. And that's how you're gonna be able to gauge the effectiveness and the width of your knees. Making sure to get down there nice and low, get that stretch, and then coming right back up. And then just to finish it off, to get the blood flow going a little bit more, I like to do 10 explosive but very shallow little bunny hops here. These get the calves firing, get the blood rate going, getting some more of the body going. And then from this point, we're ready to get into the actual plyometric workout. Okay, so we either got 1 or 2 exercises. I personally like to choose the first one here, which is the max vertical jump. You're gonna be doing 3 sets of 5 repetitions. Now, when I say max, I mean as high as you goddamn possibly can go. And what's effective to note here is that you're gonna be reaching for a point that you're gonna keep track of in your mind. You could even mark it on a wall. If you have a wall or there's a brick wall that you're doing it outside of, or if you see me doing it here on the deck, you have a point that you know you can hit pretty much every time. Your goal is to constantly keep hitting that point, if not to try and get a little bit higher. Now you'll see, before each and every single one of these repetitions, I'm getting a full stretch. My arms are coming up all the way in the air. I'm coming down, I'm bringing those hands down below me. I'm getting nice and low, and as I'm explosively as I possibly can, jumping up as high as I possibly can. And I'm doing it one-armed. This just allows me to get a little bit more stretch out of my body and get my vertical to be a little bit higher in my mind, which is very motivating because when you're like, damn, I reached up there, let me see if I can beat it again. It's very motivating. Now, you're gonna be performing 5 repetitions. Between each one of these repetitions, give yourself some time to regain your stability, catch your breath, and then prepare yourself to go again. This is not about speed of repetitions or getting them done as fast as possible. I wanna see maximal effort. I wanna see maximal height. Keep track of that because you always wanna keep coming back and trying to beat that. You're impressed by that vertical? That was pretty nice, eh? Okay, now if you're not gonna be doing the max vertical for 3 sets of 5 repetitions, then what you can do is a sort of a medium height vertical, and you can see me doing this here. You're gonna be doing 3 sets of about 15 to 20 repetitions. This one is, in my opinion, a little bit more cardiovascularly demanding, but definitely less enjoyable. 15 to 20 repetitions of this is pretty goddamn tough, but at 15th to 20th rep, you're gonna be really gassed. I want you to really try to get up there. Remember, mark a point that you're always gonna constantly keep reaching for. Don't just randomly jump in the air, because then you're not gonna be able to truly gauge if you're getting an even height on each and every single repetition. You're not just randomly firing off the hip. Have an area you're aiming to hit at all times, and then aim to hit that every single time so that you can get consistency in your jumps. Now, exercise group B. Now the first one we got here, the same way with the vertical jumps, we're gonna be doing 3 sets of 5 maximal repetitions here. So you're jumping as far as you possibly can here. You'll see I'm doing the same thing with the vertical jump. I'm getting my arms nice and high up in the air, coming down nice and low. Those arms are coming back to counterbalance me, and then I'm as explosively as I possibly can, jumping forward as far as I possibly can. I'm trying to get high too. I'm not trying to get as high as I possibly can, but I am trying to get a little bit of height there, as well as some max distance. The same way we did with the max vertical jumps. Give yourself the time that you need to rebalance, catch your breath, and prepare yourself for the next jump. We're not doing this as fast as we possibly can. What I'm looking for on each and every single one of these repetitions is as explosively as you possibly can and as far as you possibly can. And as always, this is a great exercise to go ahead and mark your distance that you're getting on each and every single repetition so that you can try and beat it or be at least consistent with it on all 5 repetitions. And then the next couple of weeks after you keep revisiting this workout, it's your goal to try to beat that distance. We always want to track our improvements and strive for those improvements. Okay, now the next one we can do is 3 sets, 12 to 15 repetitions of broad jumps for a certain number of repetitions. Now for these ones, I want you to go about 75 to 80% of your broad jump max here, as explosively as you can. As soon as you land, getting in position and then jumping as quickly as possible. Make sure you do have your balance before you get into the next repetition, but we are looking for speed and we're looking for some time here. And you can actually time how quickly you're able to get these 12 to 15 repetitions to kind of give yourself a goal and a number to beat on each and every single set. And I would also recommend, if you're gonna do so, you could create sort of a distance that you're gonna go, maybe from one end of your backyard to the other end of your backyard, and then just time yourself on each and every single one of those sets if you can get it to be about 12 to 15 broad jumps. Now group C, this is the area of the workout where you could potentially use some workout equipment. I'm gonna show you the first exercise that requires absolutely no equipment. So this one here is the kneeling tuck jumps. Love this exercise. It's incredibly effective. So we're gonna be doing about 3 sets of 12 to 15 repetitions. So when you're performing this, okay, you're gonna be jumping up from your knees up to your feet as quickly as you possibly can. From there, getting down into a squat jump and jumping as explosively as you possibly can up. You wanna combine all these movements and do them as quickly as possible, as fluidly as possible. This one's nuts. One of my favorites, extremely cardiovascularly demanding. Now, here are the 2 exercises that you guys can actually do if you want to use some equipment. Now, as I mentioned, if you want to purchase this equipment, I'll have a link in the description where you guys can go to Amazon, order it off there. Incredibly awesome. I use it a lot. I would highly recommend. Great piece of plyometric and cardiovascular equipment. The first exercise we got here is the box jumps, okay? So we're gonna be getting about 3 sets of 12 to 15 repetitions. So in each set, you're jumping up. And I've got this set, I think the box that I have is a 36-inch box. I might be wrong, it might actually be a 30-inch. But what you're doing here is you're getting those 12 to 15 repetitions, jumping up and down, up and down, up and down as quickly as you possibly can. I would even recommend timing this exercise so you can get an exact and precise time that you're able to complete it on. So the next set, your goal is to try and beat it. And I'll tell you this much, you're many times more motivated when you have an actual time and you go, okay, I was able to get those 12 to 15 repetitions in about 35 seconds. This time I want to get 30 seconds. And I'll tell you this much, the first time you do this, you need to understand how to land on this and get comfortable with it. I would actually recommend doing it in front of a wall as opposed to the way I'm doing it here. That way, if you fall, you have something to brace yourself with, and it's just a little bit more of a difficult exercise to get the hang of. Definitely learn how to get the repetitions before you start going for speed here. and try and land gently. A lot of people just jump up and slam as hard as they possibly can. We want to reduce the amount of impact on our joints, on our ankles, our knees, and our hips as much as possible, as well as our entire spinal cord. So try and land softly, jump down softly, be agile on your toes, okay? On your toes, as explosively as you can though. And then if you don't want to do that, then you can try the depth jumps too. So you're gonna be doing 3 sets of 5 repetitions for the depth jumps. So you're just gonna walk yourself up to the top of the box here. And then what you do is you just take a slight hop to come down. That's not part of the motion, that's just so you can get off of the box. And what you're doing here is as soon as you hit the ground, you're trying to spend as little time on the ground as you possibly can and jump up and be as explosive as you possibly can. So try and get as high as you possibly can. And then you're gonna give yourself a couple of seconds. You're gonna walk around right over to the box again. You're gonna step up, give yourself a couple of seconds to regain your breath here, then just hop off. And then as soon as you hit the ground, as explosively as you possibly can. The same way with the max vertical jumps and the same way with the max distance broad jumps here. You want to give yourself some time to mentally and physically prepare for each and every single one of these repetitions so they can be as explosive and as powerful of a movement as you possibly can make them. So there you guys go. I just want you to string those together. Pick an exercise from either group A, group B, or group C. Combine them together. Perform the first exercise. Then after you're done, immediately without any rest, go into exercise B, and then immediately without rest, finish exercise C. Then you guys can go ahead and take a rest of about 30 to 60 seconds. I'd recommend performing the whole routine for a total of 3 sets. So there you guys go. That is hands down one of my most favorite forms of cardio exercise. It's incredibly enjoyable. It's incredibly high intense. It doesn't require very much time at all, and you're able to burn a ton of calories. So hands down, absolute favorite form of cardio exercise. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, then be sure to give your boy a like down below, and also be sure to subscribe for weekly workout tips and nutrition tips that you will not want to miss. Thanks so much for joining me, guys. See you in the next video. Whoa, don't go anywhere. We still gotta review the comments from last week's video, the cold shower video. Let's get into the comments. Alex FR44, cold showers are the best. Anyone who hates other people's opinions have no say. Thanks a lot, love your channel. I'm a little bit confused about this. I think he's just saying people can have an opinion on this. I respect that he agrees with my opinion. He said thanks for the video and that he loves my channel. I'm a little bit confused, but appreciate the support, Alex. Don't drop the soap. Chris the Gamer, come on, man. You got experience with that or something? AJ Jimenez. That's Spanish. I'm not gonna try and mess it up. Bro Chacho, I recently started watching your vids. Your info and inputs are great, but I gotta ask, what's up with the excessive and totally unnecessary use of foul language? It's the only thing that keeps me from listening to you out loud or from sharing your vids. Other than that, your vids content is pretty darn awesome. AJ, I'm sorry, I don't really let myself snap and just start swearing in all of my videos. It only happens with some of them. Sometimes I get out of hand and just start going crazy. For a majority of my videos, I don't swear at all, and I try to prevent myself from doing that because it makes all of my videos less shareable. And the less shareable the video is, less people get to find out about my great content and get benefit from all this content in the video. So I am going to focus on putting out as much content as I possibly can that doesn't have a swearing, because I don't always need it and I can still be entertaining and get my point across without having to swear. However, you know, the odd video, one in every like 5, maybe one in every 5 to 10 videos, your boy's gonna be swearing. That's just how I talk sometimes. I could be doing it on these comment videos, but I don't. Maybe I'll blur it out or beep it out. We'll see. Teely97, I tried the cold shower just for the simple reason that I sweat less after I get out of my shower and the bathroom is less steamy. Well, yeah, if you're gonna do it for that reason, of course. I've done it a bunch of times. The same way as jumping into a cold pool. It's just for the benefit of, the physical benefit of just cooling down. But the angle that I was going at with this video was the psychological aspect and how it's supposed to break you out of your comfort zone. I mentioned that in the beginning of the video, but yes, for that reason, it's pretty cool. Came for a shower video, stayed for the content. I'll never willingly take a cold shower, but I like the psychological aspects you discussed. Great video as always, Rachacho. Ryan Wallace, thank you. Yeah, the cold shower thing is, okay, what was he saying here? I'll never willingly take a cold shower. Yeah, same, like the psychological aspects are interesting, but as I was saying with that video, the benefits of taking a cold shower for boosting your ability to have 0 Fs, or your ability to get out of your comfort zone, or to push yourself mentally and build mental toughness. As I said in the video, you can do all of that just from pushing yourself with exercise or from doing meditation. But if you want to learn more about that and you haven't seen the video, I don't want to ruin it entirely, look on my YouTube channel. It's a pretty recent video. Janet Ruggiero, I'm sorry, I'm totally screwing that up. Too many F-bombs for me, but still gave you thumbs up because I like your workouts. And yes, I am a woman. Okay, I am getting the picture here. Maybe the F-bombs, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna start beeping them out because that, sometimes it interrupts my flow when I don't get to go, you know, blah, blah. So I might still include myself swearing, but I'll beep it out so that you guys aren't getting totally annoyed by me swearing like a sailor. I know, sorry. Cool me here, bro. Man, you guys' names are so tough. My name's easy, it's like Tanner. Hey Tanner, I'm a big fan of yours. Your exercises are doing a great job for my physique. Thanks for your advice. You're very welcome, I'm glad you enjoy. Hitesh KS, Hindi Gaming. That thumbnail, bro, you are looking insane. Yo, I like that thumbnail. That one was pretty fun to make. It was a little bit more different than anything I've ever done, and then I made it really pop when I was editing it. Like, I really got the colors to look nice. I made a background, little shadow around myself from that. I think that's good. And I made the word cold, I'm gonna throw it up right here. It's blue, it's like iced out. It looks sick. I was pumped to make that one. I knew I had a good thumbnail with that one too. I really thought that video was gonna go viral, but I'll tell you this, it hasn't so far, but I'll tell you this, a lot of my videos tend to go viral like weeks, if not months down the road, and then just randomly just blow up 100,000, 200,000, 300,000, 500,000. I haven't gotten one to 1 million yet, but we'll see. When cold showers gets more prevalent, this video will probably get big. I hope. My boy Kobe, I'm gonna butcher your last name, dude. Aguilar, he's in my program. First comment, great video, Tanner, hashtag brochachos. You know what, my man? The army, brochacho army. Yax Nero, strap your balls on, get in there, and shrivel them right back off. Nope. Yeah, I know, that's why I don't want to do it. He likes to say the F word, Lieutenant Dan. I love his videos. Broussard, he's got a cool dog on his profile right there, if you guys can see that. It's like a dog with sunglasses on. Some people like the swearing and some people don't. I don't know, we'll see. If I just beep it out, then you can get the gist of what I'm trying to say, but like, it's just, I can flow better, I don't know. You guys want this, you guys want that. There's too big of an audience now, and it's just gonna continuously get bigger. You guys want all different things. Rosa Arredondo, I did my best. Meal plans for Mass Game. Now, I don't know if all of you guys on my YouTube channel know, I've been mentioning on my Instagram and my Snapchat. If you are not following that, then be sure to check me out on Instagram right here, Snapchat right here. I post pretty much daily about people succeeding with my videos and my programs and stuff, and then me just talking to you guys. But I've been mentioning that I'm going to be coming out with a muscle building meal plan, a fat burning meal plan, and then one that's more aligned to like fat burning and muscle building combination type of one. So there'll be 3 different meal plans. It's gonna be pretty in depth. I think it's gonna be probably about a 4 to 6 week program. I'll be mentioning it first there, and you'll be able to check it out by just following any of the links that I include in there. So if you guys want to be on high alert for that, because I'm getting so much requests for that, then like I said, Instagram, Snapchat, be sure to follow your boy. All right, final comment by our privileged white male. Is that humongous from H3H3? Inspired by Alpha M, winky face question mark. Yes, it was. Actually, that's what made me want to create the video. Doorbell. So there you guys are, the roundup of the comments for last week about the cold showers. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to give your boy a like down below, and also leave a comment. See you in the next video.